All right, everybody, good afternoon. James here with Set It and Forget It Trading, and I wanted to do just a quick short video here on basic options trading. Okay, I had a couple of requests on what are options, right? How do you trade an option? And how do you go about putting it on? So I got two platforms here. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to place a basic trade in the Tastyworks platform and also in the Thinkorswim platform. All right, so this is, guys, this is like the basic video here. So here we go. First screen you see, you guys, this is Tastyworks. This is the options chain on Tastyworks. Most likely when you sign in, you're going to see something like a positions tab. So to trade a basic long option, which would be like a long call or long put, and a long call would meaning that you want the stock to go up. Okay, that's your short version. And if you wanted the stock to go down, then you would buy a long put. Okay, that's what you want to look for here. So we get over here. If you're with Tastyworks, you just hit this trade tab right here on the left hand side, and that's going to bring up your options chain. Now I have SPY, but you could use anything you want. Netflix, you know, Apple, I spelled that wrong. APL, Apple, anything like that, right? So got your stock, you put it up here in the symbol field, you go to your trade tab, okay, and it's going to make sure you're on trade mode as well as the table, because it also offers curve, you know, active trading, pairs tab, that sort of thing. So just make sure you're on the table. This is what's called an options chain. This is where you trade your options at. Okay, so to place a trade in Tastyworks, and hypothetically here, we're going to use Apple as that example. Now, when day trading, I personally, okay, everybody's different on how close or far out that they go, but I like to go about 7 to 10 days when I do day trading. Okay, so you're in here, you're liking Apple, and you know Apple's been on fire, so we're going to pretend that we want to buy a call on Apple. So what I would do is I would come in here, open up that trade, you know, your options chain tab, and let's check out and make sure liquidity, because you also want to make sure a stock and its options are liquid enough to trade, and that's just meaning you're not going to have a problem getting in or out. Also, that there's enough people trading it that the bid ask spread is tight. And what I mean by that is I'll show you here in a second. You don't want to have something where it's $2 on the bid and $4 on the ask. That's just crazy. You don't ever want to trade anything like that. Okay, so here we go. Apple, I like Apple long, so we're going to come in here 7 to 10 days out, guys. That's going to be this one at this current date would be July 10th. So I'm going to check it out. We click on it. It's going to open up now the chain here with every strike that you can trade for this expiration. And just kind of looking at it, okay, the open interest, that shows that how many people actually have a bid on that strike. Okay, so you can see there's quite a lot of interest here. 3,000, 1,000, 2,000, you know, 1,500, and the bid ask spread, it's okay. $4 by 430 out of the money. When you get closer to being at the money, 1030 by 1070. So it's about 40 cents wide. Just to double check here, go to the monthly. Monthly's a little bit better. Still roughly same bid ask spread, almost 50 cents. Can't even be $1. So go back to here, 7 to 10 days out. 13's the closest. All right. Now that being said, I like to trade at the money or in the money if I am day trading. All right, when you are out of the money going long, you need a much larger move to see any sort of profit. And if it goes against you, you'll hurt actually more than you will to be profitable again because of theta. And that's another lesson. All right, so for me, we're going to just go right at the money. That's going to be pretty much right about here, these 352.5, 355s. So since there's more open interest at the 355s, that's almost a 50 delta. That's pretty much right where you want to be. So if I thought I wanted to go long, you're just going to look at your columns here, bid, ask, okay? And you want to go ahead and just click on the ask. That's going to give you your buy order, okay? The B1, that's buying to open one contract, all right? And you can see 950, it's going to throw up 950. Guys, you don't really want to buy right on the ask, okay? You want to try to get a mid price. The lower you pay, the better. Remember, same thing as kind of stocks. You buy low, you sell high. So in this case, the bid ask spread is about 60 cents. So I'm going to try to get mid price, and Tastyworks, it shows you that the mid price between 890 and 950. If you look down here, here's your 890 bid and here's your 950 ask. The mid price right in the middle of those two, okay, is 920. So that's where you would want to go to put this trade on and hope to get trade. You could go a little bit lower and see if maybe you'll get filled closer to the bid, because then the lower you get, again, the better chance you have. You can sell it back right on the ask and be done. But I find that, you know, trying to get filled on the mid is the good spot to start, and 99% of the time you will get filled there unless it's not a very liquid stock. Okay, so you just click on that. Now you have your mid price set, and it's going to tell you how much it's going to cost. Your buying power is also what your max loss is going to be, 920, 920. Okay, and then you just hit review and send, and you're off to the races. Now, if it's a stock that's running, you may have to change it, maybe even set your price a little bit higher than mid if it's something that's running. All right, but that's it, guys. That's how you would buy a long call. Just, you know, hit that, and I'll retouch it again. You open up the expiration you want. Okay, sometimes now if you're swing trading, you'll go a little bit farther out. Same scenario, right? We'll look at August. You'll go right around at that money. Okay, and then you just select a mid price. Good starting spots, mid price. Review and send, and if it fills, boom, you'll hear that ding, and then it'll be over here on your position side. All right, now to get out of the trade, I'll use one of my plays as an example just to show you here. Okay, so say you're in a trade and you wanted to get out of it now. You would just open it up. I don't think I have a single on here at the Twitter. So you would click on Apple, okay, and then it'll end up showing you your current long play. In this case, I'm short, but pretend it's long. You would just go ahead, right? Open up that one you got in, whether it's Apple, Twitter, whatever, and then you click on your strike there. It will highlight it. If you right click, you get a couple of options you can do here. You can hit close position, like if you're just really needed to get out, and that will bring it up and pre-fill everything for you to just close that play. Or you can do, well, you know what, I'm in Apple and my goal is about 10%. Well, you right click and then you hit close for profit, and you can change this to 10% and then go ahead and hit the arrow. That will pre-fill the price here at a 10% profit. Okay, so if you had that Apple play, wrong one, right? So say you're in this play, right? When you go over here and you hit close or hit 10% and you open that option chain up, it will show a red because you're selling that position. Okay, and if you had said 10%, you'll notice that this would be 10% of whatever your entry price was. And then again, you could just hit review and send it off. Okay, another way you can do it, if you're with Tastyworks, I'll just show you. It's going to show your open positions on whatever expiration you're at. Okay, and if you look, there's my open position. So it's going to highlight that field. Okay, so going back again just to Apple to show you, right? If you had this play on, you can come in here. It'll show you your long here. You can just come in here and go, okay, well, I'm going to go right to that option chain, and you hit on the bid. It'll bring up the sell side. You'll notice this would say STC, and then you can set your price or whatever you want, hit review and send, and off it goes. All right. So that's how you would do it here on Tastyworks, how to put a simple long call or long put. It's the same scenario, guys. If you wanted to do a long put, you can just go right at the money and repeat the same process here. Now, if you wanted to do it here, guys, if you have Thinkorswim, okay, gonna be the same situation, guys. It's a little bit different, a little bit more complex platform, but up here on the trade tab, okay, right here, monitor, trade, analyze, scan, you hit trade, and here you go. Here's your options chain. Okay, and we got Netflix already pre-filled in there. So again, you want to day trade Netflix, you can look. Guys, just a quick note, weeklies typically do not have as much liquidity as your monthlies do, and Thinkorswim will highlight them in yellow if they're the weeklies. The grayed out ones are your monthlies. So we'll go ahead and check. We're going to use SPY as an example just to show the liquidity here. So put that in. It's going to bring up SPY, waiting for data. Okay, here we go. Here's your options chain. You can see SPY's got a ton because it actually trades Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you have a ton of weeklies, and then you also have your monthlies as well. And you actually have some quarterlies here too. So pretend we like to go 7 to 10 days out when we day trade. So I'm just going to go here to July 6th. That's a weekly. You open it up. Here's your option chain. Looks just like Tasty does. Okay, they all are going to pretty much be similar. Tasty, Thinkorswim, right? They all look the same. All right, and here in the corner is your bid and asks on both sides. Those are columns you cannot change. The rest you can change. Again, that's another lesson. So say you liked SPY and you thought SPY was going to go down. So rather than shorting stock, you could over here, excuse me, you can just buy a put. And in this case, we're going to go SPY 300, baby, right? So SPY 300, I think SPY is going to keep going down. Well, in this case, if you actually hover over it, hover over this bid, you can see your mouse actually brings up a little word, and it says sell. I don't know if you can see it, guys. It's really small even on my screen. So if you hover over the bid, that shows you your sell, and if you hover over the ask, that shows you your buy. So since you want the stock to go down, you buy a put. So we would come over here and we would just click on that ask, and there's your buy, and it brings up the order chain down here, single spread buy, one contract of our weekly here at the 300 strike, and it tells you the price with a limit order. Now down here it shows your natural price, which is the asking price, okay, and it also gives you the mid price option here, which is going to be the difference between the bid and the ask. Again, I like to come down here and just drag this little ball down to mid, okay, and if SPY's running, maybe you'll go about halfway between mid and the ask. But regardless, then you just go ahead and hit confirm and send, and it'll bring up your thing. Unless you have one click on, it'll tell you what it's going to cost and everything there. So guys, same scenario. Now, if you have a position on in Thinkorswim, in the corners over here, you can see there's two columns that are blank on both sides. Those are going to show you if you have a position on in this option chain, in this expiration date. So if you have this one on here, it'll show a buy, a green, or position sort of thing. To get out of it, same thing that we did on Tastyworks. You can go from your monitor tab. Okay, where did it go? Okay, and you can select your position. You can right click on it and hit close, or you can just come in here, find your position. So if we had that 300 put on and we know we were long, you can just come over here to the sell side and click sell, set your price, and hit confirm and send. Now guys, Thinkorswim does not have the feature that Tasty does where you can say sell at 10%. You need to manually be able to figure that out. So if I wanted 10% and I bought this play, right? So say I bought it for 514, you would need to then manually figure out what 10% of that is, and then when you come in here to sell that one, whatever your 10% is, you would have to put that price in and then hit confirm and send. So unfortunately, Thinkorswim does not have that option for you. All right, but that's it, guys. Quick and easy recap here. Basic options. If you wanted to buy, you wanted to simulate buying the stock, and you thought the stock was going to go up, you're going to go ahead and buy a call. Okay, and then if you thought the stock was going to go down but you can't short it, you can go ahead and buy a put. Both of these plays, guys, long options, can be done in a cash account. You do not need a margin account. All right. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed, guys, hit that like button, hit that bell. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next video.